October 3rd in the year 2018. What I want you to do is I want you to watch this entire video until the ending. I want you to watch the ending of this video. I'm going to be serious this morning. No long drawn out good morning YouTube. I do have my coffee with me. I'm not going to ask, what are you going to share with Pastor Dave? I want to be serious. I've had this bad feeling, this terrible feeling for quite some time now. The Lord has me stirring and up and down all night, this terrible feeling that some type of judgment, something is coming to the United States of America. And then I put out September, October something before Christmas time that the United States, things are just not going to be the same again. And yes, in September we had Hurricane Francis and all of the major flooding and destruction and death toll. And we've had in Indonesia a 7.5 magnitude earthquake, and they put out a tsunami warning, and then they canceled the tsunami warning, and everyone stayed. They stayed on the beaches, and a giant tsunami came, and everything in its path was liquefied, and over 1,000, over 1,200 deaths now, and the death toll is still rising. Typhoon hitting Japan, and more on the way. But also in September, we had what should have been just the hearing for the confirmation of Brent Kavanaugh to the highest court in the land, the Supreme Court, and we've seen a lot of chaos. We've seen nothing but a three-ring circus by the George Soros-funded, Hillary Clinton campaign-funded elite globalist, the Democratic Party, to tear down Donald Trump's appointee to the Supreme Court. They can't have him on the Supreme Court. This began in September. And how Dianne Feinstein held on to this letter from this Dr. Ford. And now what's coming out in the news today, the lies, and how she's being caught in one lie after the other. An ex-boyfriend, after she gave sworn testimony, that she never ever instructed anyone how to take a lie detector test or to pass a polygraph. It comes out now she did. Her story is falling apart, and we're waiting today for the FBI's report on who that they had interviewed. Everything is coming full circle now. And I want to share with you, because there were letters sent with ricin. Remember back to the time of the anthrax scare. Now I guess it's an ex-Navy sailor that they're accusing of doing this. But what if this is coming from the far left? You've got Jeff Flake, I call him Jeff Snowflake, being confronted in an elevator by these women, and they're screaming, getting him to change his mind. And now we come to find out they're paid, George Soros-funded paid protesters. The same with those that attacked Ted Cruz and his wife in a restaurant. They're paid by the Democratic Party, funded by George Soros. They're all paid. They got to stop Donald Trump at all costs. They have got to stop him. Now, there's a YouTube video out. I'm going to share that in a moment. I think it's the Prophecy Network, and I want to thank a dear sister that sent that to me. And it's talking about Red October. I'm talking blood red October, to where there are signed 50,000 arrest warrants. And, you know, Donald Trump, they are going to... The Mueller investigation has gone quiet. We're not hearing anything, just how they're trying to ruin a man's life and his career. The mainstream media news is tied in with the globalists, the elite, those that want to bring about a new world order and a one world government. It's all tied in with the Antichrist system, and they're all to take out Donald Trump at all costs. And I'm in fear for Donald Trump. If you watch my YouTube channel, if you followed at any time, remember the dream I had where I'm walking, and it's a brick building, and I look in and I see Donald Trump is laying in a coffin. Now they have this ricin letters being sent to Donald Trump, to the Secretary of Defense, James Mad Dog Mattis, and to Ted Cruz and others. Is that an assassination attempt, maybe funded by George Soros, against, to take out Donald Trump and his top brass? Everything is happening quickly, and I think it's going to happen within the next few days here in October. Will there be mass arrest made? I don't think nothing can happen unless, on Donald Trump's part, unless they get Brett Kavanaugh confirmed. Let me take you to this little news clip that I put together. But remember, watch this video until the end. I'm very, very upset. I'm very upset today. First up, I find this interesting, this test message that's going to be broadcast on everyone, every single person's cell phone this afternoon, Wednesday, October the 3rd, something brand new. What is Donald Trump expecting to take place? Civil unrest of some type? An American revolution? Trump won't be sending presidential alert from his phone, FEMA says. I think this is all tied in with where I'm going here today. Test message to go out Wednesday afternoon. And let me see if I can pull this down. Washington, the presidential alert headed to America's cell phones won't actually be written by President Donald Trump. The Federal Emergency Management Agency said Tuesday. Wednesday afternoon's message is the first nationwide test of the system built by the government and the cell phone carriers to push an emergency message to nearly all cell phones in the U.S., a senior FEMA official told reporters on a Tuesday conference call. Despite the name, the president will not originate this alert, say, from his mobile device, the official said. You would not have a situation where any sitting president would wake up one morning and attempt to send a particular message. I'm not so sure about that. And again, this article is coming from, yes, the Clinton News Network. That name had generated questions about how and when the system can be used. The official said the uses are limited, such as to a coordinated attack on our major cities across the country. Or some other type of public peril that is ongoing in the country at the time. What if there's an all-out attack on Republicans and arrest warrants are issued and 50,000 arrest warrants are issued and there's panic in the street? The FEMA official spoke to reporters on a conference call the agency arranged on the condition of anonymity. FEMA did not elaborate on why the official could not be named. There's another hint. The official said the system includes safeguards. In a real emergency, a FEMA official using a device very similar to a laptop computer will receive information from multiple federal agencies and the White House and select one of several pre-written messages and update it to fit the circumstances. The system requires passwords, and the text will be checked by 2 people before the message is sent. Bear with me now, because this is very important with what is about to take place. And quickly here, Wednesday's test is scheduled to begin at 2:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, I find this interesting that this is happening today, and they're trying to say that Donald Trump is not really his message. But let me take you to this real quick. Now, this was sent to me, this video, by a precious, precious dear sister, a viewer and subscriber. Kavanaugh confirmation delays, 50,000 arrests, the Prophecy Club, and here we're talking about signed arrest warrants, 50,000. And that the globalists, the George Soros, the far left, the elitist, and the Democratic Party, they were trying to take down Kavanaugh, trying to delay and stop this confirmation to the Supreme Court of Brett Kavanaugh, and they they're going to stop at nothing. And here we're talking about a possible assassination attempt on even on the president, and how they are going to be it's going to be panic in the street. So that's what is, you guys get a chance, you've probably seen this already, try to watch this, and I guess tonight we'll play this in its entirety on our live stream. But now, talking about an assassination attempt on the president. Now, in my opinion, this is an assassination attempt to take out Donald Trump and James Mattis and others. Suspected ricin sent to Pentagon, suspicious letters to Trump and Ted Cruz office. The Pentagon letters may contain ricin, which, while the Cruz letter contained an unknown white powder. And this is making news headlines. So all of this is all happening at the same time. A flurry of suspicious envelopes targeting high-profile figures, including President Trump, Secretary of Defense James Mattis, and Senator Ted Cruz were received in the past 2 days. The Secret Service said in a Tuesday evening statement that it intercepted a suspicious envelope addressed to the president. And just real quick, who's sending this? Could it be funded by George Soros or the Clinton Foundation? Could it be the far left trying to know they've got to stop Trump at all costs? Things are really getting bad, let me tell you. Things are really, really getting bad. We're going to have to pray and pray and pray for the safety of the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump. And right now the time is 10:08 a.m. Eastern Time, Eastern Standard Time, Michigan Time. And we're waiting to see if today is the day that the FBI will turn in their findings to the Judiciary Committee and to the Senate Republicans on what they have uncovered with their investigation. The day's not over yet. Things are really, really heating up. Is this going to be a blood red October? Will there be? We've got this presidential alert, never ever before now, to come on our cell phones all across the United States, every state within the United States of America. A little after 2 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern Time today, we're going to get a test alert on our phones. Is this set up by President Trump? Because he knows he's planning on issuing arrest warrants for Hillary Clinton and James Comey and all of the players in this house of cards that's about to fall. His judgment about to fall on the United States of America. Now, I asked you to watch this video until the end. You know my heart for the homeless. You know my passion. You know it's my life. You know, in my latter years, my golden years, that this is my passion, my heart. My heart breaks for the homeless. You've seen me with my video camera going to the homeless tents and the homeless camps, the tent cities, going out in the freezing cold, trying to take care of the homeless. What I'm about to share with you, I'm just thoroughly fed up. I'm fed up and disgusted. It seems like all the viewers and subscribers I have, I sit here worrying day after day how I'm going to make it to the next day, driving around trying to help homeless in a car. Let me share this with you. Now, let me share this with you. This touches my heart. It breaks my heart. You know my plight with the homeless, and to do what I can to help them. And I will boycott Dunkin' Donuts. I don't go there anyway, but this is how a homeless man was treated. He was charging his cell phone. He was going to call his mother, and he fell asleep while charging his phone. And this is what the employees did to him. Heartbreaking.
How many times I gotta tell you you stop sleeping in here, my nigga. I ain't gonna call the cops for you like I said. You gonna get out of here. Here, all day, you have enough time, man. How many times their customers and the people gonna tell you to stop sleeping in here? No, it was no accident, bro. You know I'm not playing with you.
Good for them. Hallelujah. Good for them.
Step behind, man. Treated a human being like that.
Exactly.
All you had to do was ask that man to leave.
That's it.
That's it.
And I've seen this firsthand. I've been to the homeless camps. You've seen it on my channel. You've seen where I've gone in, and my heart's just breaking. It's just breaking. There's not enough being done to help the homeless. People are just that's why they're called the invisible people. People are just the church that I love. There's a blind eye. There's so many that could help the homeless that God has richly blessed, but they do nothing. Those that can barely get by, but by the grace of God, there go they barely have a roof over their head. They help the homeless. Those that are struggling themselves, but those that God has blessed do nothing. Thoroughly disgusted. Again, I'm just thoroughly disgusted. I'm not going to stop. I'll never stop. I'll never stop this good fight of faith. Ministry announcements today, October the 3rd. No offerings. Nothing coming in to this ministry to help with the homeless. The video that I asked you to watch, the Prophecy Network, at the end of their video, they're asking for help to stay on YouTube. Donations, large donations to come in just to keep bringing you prophecy information on YouTube and on radio. I was in my car the other day, actually last week. It was Smile FM, Christian station that I listened to, and the amount of money, the thousands and thousands of dollars of pledges that came in just to play Christian music on the radio. But when it comes to the homeless, that's why they're called the invisible people. No one sees. No one opens their heart except the few that are so compassionate that I have that follow this YouTube channel. I've got 20, almost 30,000 viewers and subscribers to this channel, and it's the same people all the time, every week and every month, that give to this ministry. And I know how Father God has blessed. I know I have viewers and subscribers. I know for a fact that can make a difference. I know that they are doctors, that they are professional people. I know that they are attorneys at law, that God has richly blessed. As long as I've been on YouTube, I just run around every day in my car, load my car up. With the amount of followers to this channel, I should have a place of worship, a building to have worship with the homeless in and the community. I should have a soup kitchen, and I should have a shelter to house the homeless. Winter's coming, but I run around in my car. Where's the Church of Jesus Christ today? Ministry announcements, there haven't been any. If you'd like to support this ministry, All the links will be below. God bless.